Good morning, and welcome to the 2008 Memorial Garden Ceremony. Please make yourselves comfortable, know that the benches are open to sit on, and feel free to stand around the garden. All of us standing in this garden have come for a common purpose. That is to honor and remember those high school students who have passed on before us. Each one of these students was and continues to be a part of our lives, and they all hold a place in our hearts. Today, being the start to Memorial Day weekend, is an appropriate time to reflect on the precious time we did get to spend with them. More than just students, they were sons, daughters, siblings, and friends to us. We honor and continue to remember them today. Now, if you would please join me as we take a moment to reflect on the memories of our loved ones. Thank you. I would now like to introduce Bourne Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Edmund LaFleur.
Thank you for joining us today as we remember those whose lives were too short and whose time to leave came too soon. What is important to remember, however, is the quality of life does not depend on so much how we lived our life, but how our lives affected others. And the value of life does not lie in the length of the days, but how we made use of those days while we could. Those we remember today, though their time was short, have had an effect and made a lasting impact on each and every one of us. And we have been blessed to have been part of their lives. If the students we remember today could speak, I am certain they would say and ask us not to grieve that they are gone, but rejoice that they lived. Whether we are here today as parents, siblings, relatives, teachers, or friends, we would all agree that no matter how brief that life's journey was, knowing them has changed us forever. I am reminded of the story now of the dragonfly, author unknown. Once upon a time, there lived in a beautiful pond filled with lily pads a colony of beetles. Upon occasion, one of the beetles would disappear and would never be seen again, and those who remained felt great sadness. One day, a brave beetle decided that he would climb to the top of the water, onto the stem, and onto the lily pad to see if he could discover what had happened to those beetles who had disappeared. He planned to return and to tell the others of his discovery. And so he did. Climbed up the stalk, climbed onto the lily pad, but when he reached the top he was tired, and he rested in the sun. When he awoke, to his surprise, he had turned into a beautiful blue-tailed dragonfly with broad wings made to fly. And fly he did. He saw the beauty of the new world, far superior to the one he had known and left behind. Sadly, however, he realized he could not return to the water and tell his friends of this beautiful new world. But he rejoiced, for he understood that their time would also come, and they would someday join him. May the image of your loved ones soaring high and free like the dragonfly be with you today and brighten all of your days. Thank you.
Now please welcome Ms. Bornie Donnelly and the Bourne High School Band. They'll be performing Amazing Grace.